Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's me, your old pal GG Grotesque, and I am back with another Shadows Are Alive video. Uh, in today's video, I just want to show you guys some of the updates that the Futura team has been working on to make their Next Fest demo that released on the 14th of December on Steam more compatible, I guess you could say, or more accessible to other languages throughout the world, and also to show you guys some of the other things that are going on with user interface updates and stuff like that. So if you look here, they added up to 15 different languages so far into the game, and you can have Swedish, German, French, Spanish, and even pirate. So that's all pretty cool. Just know that if you don't see your region's language here, that they are still working on adding more languages in the future. Before this build, the game was only available with English translation, but now they have a lot more. So they have two forms of Portuguese as well, and then they also have Chinese in there too, along with Japanese, Korean, Serbian. So there is a lot of stuff that they did add to this, and I think that that really goes to show how understanding the developers of this game are about the global reach that this game has potential to reach. So just keep in mind that if you don't see uh, region's your region's language here, then it could possibly end up there in the future. But every time you go through and click the different languages, it changes everything. So there's other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about too within this. There are some other changes that have happened since the closed beta for the content creators. Now, the closed beta for the content creators didn't have everything that this beta does. They have been working really hard over the past 2 weeks to get some of these fixes implemented, and they're still working today to get more things put in to the game to make it all oh so cool. I'm not going to sit here in the middle of the tutorial this time around. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to something that I want to show you guys, and this is the front gate of the manor. Now, the front gate of the Enzo Collini mansion did not have all of these cool little additions. Notice that they added some trees here, which really made this kind of pop quite a bit. And then they added this cool little imp over there that's got this little glowy effect. Now, these imps are part of the shift's ability that was not working in any previous version of the game. But now that they have those working, it is definitely going to bring a different kind of gameplay and balance to the shift play whenever the game is being played. So it's going to add more to it. Now, every shift, from my understanding so far in the game, is going to have different set of abilities. So these imps are specific to the demonic shift here in the Enzo Cleaning manor. I'm just coming over here to check out a few things regarding the lighting, and I wanted to flip on VSync just to see how well it worked coming into the game. It was something that I've been meaning to test, but I realized that I never actually had it turned on. So now we're going to go on over here to the matchmaking. Matchmaking has been something that they've been working on as well. We're going to see how well that works in a much bigger setting on my stream sometime this week. I'm just going to go ahead and now remember the manor is the only thing that, the only map that works. So I'm go ahead and click it, and then, oh, I just want you to see here that at any time you can press escape and then change your languages too. So even while you're in game, you can change the language as well. So you can do it here at the menu. You just have to make sure that you press escape to back out of that once you're done. But as you're doing this, you can see all the different changes that happen in real time with the text. So as I change it to Serbian, it changes as well. And then of course back to English. There we go. So just so you know that you can do that in the new user interface inside the game as well. I'm going to go ahead and select the shift because I want you guys to see the shift stuff. Now remember, the Lion Tamer isn't out until the 21st of October. This ability here is the ability that they fixed. Notice that it has a 240-second cooldown, which is 4 minutes. And it will summon some imps, and we're going to check that out, and we're going to talk about how that could possibly change how the game is played, or how I've been playing the game. I don't know how you guys have been playing the game, but this is how I perceive the game. Also, they changed the model of the shift too. They made him more they made him less cartoony and more scary, more dark. So it's really cool to see that kind of change too in this kind of model. And let's go ahead and ready up. Now you can see here, this is what the shift used to look like. The shift used to have like this purpley glow and was really cartoony. Now, coming into this, into the mansion, they are working on some things to do with the lighting, and they are doing a lot of other things as well, and I will make a video on that as soon as they get updated. I don't want to make a video on those, an update video on those, just based off of what I know. This right here happens quite a bit, and they have been working on trying to get the procedural generation under control. But sometimes whenever you load into a game, you have to wait for the map to procedurally generate. And since I was waiting and I'm just playing the shift anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use that imp ability, that Imp Possible Ability. Now look here, it spawns these two imps. Now these two imps, they automatically take off in a running animation, but they will not go anywhere unless if a hero is around. So these things have an AI that will track the heroes. So they will chase the heroes down, and they will actually chase the heroes through mirrors too. So I don't have any gameplay footage of that right now to show you guys, but hopefully in the future I can show you guys what that looks like on this shift and how awesome this can be for the shift in making sure that the game is balanced, especially when you have players that like to crouch or sneak walk while you're playing, because you can't interact or drain them whenever you can't view their energy. But these things here, these imps, whenever you use them, they can chase down heroes and down them for you. So whenever they chase down a hero, they will down them, and then that's when you can send them to the basement. So there's a lot of different little things that you can do with these. Now, right now, there's no timer for these to despawn. So if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and put some here, right? And then eventually I could move over to maybe the other side of the mansion or the manor, or I could even just keep piling them up here in a way that would just sort of stockpile them, which might be a little bit of a scummy behavior if you're, because you know the heroes, they got to come down this way anyway. But it might be a little bit of a scummy behavior just to do that, pile them all over here. But I mean, those are all very real things that could happen. I'm not sure how they are going to interact with just one single player, if one single player comes and runs into those. But coming into this right here, this right here is going to be probably the biggest place that you'll want to just place them. But I'm going to place some right here, and then I'm going to go back and show you that the other ones haven't despawned yet. But since that's on cooldown, I'm going to show you our user interface here. So here in the middle, you have a picture of the character that you're playing. Sort of gives you a better view of it, like a little still life photo. And then you also have some stats over there on the left hand side, your mana, the traps used, because you only have so many traps as a shift. This right here will help you keep track of that. And then of course your players knocked, and then how many players you've had captured, and then of course your XP for the round as well. and some additional information too. Now, if you want to know what the tooltips are for your abilities, that's over there. And then down here, it has a little tips thing that you can kind of look at, and it randomizes every time you close your browser and then open it back up. It has something else. So I hit it here, and it says the carnival is the hunting grounds for a lion lunch. Now, if I close it out and then bring it back, it says eating a hero day keeps the doctor away or whatever. So there's all these cute little things, but then there's other things there that are actual tips. Like this shift can only see you if you're moving, more or something like that. So these tips can really add to the experience for some people, and hopefully they'll implement other tips as well. Things like remember heroes can jump over a railing and shifts cannot jump, or whatever that is. Here we have, of course, if you go to the options, you've got the language again, and then you also have the option to mute and then unmute voice and the game audio, and then you can adjust brightness as well. There's more stuff coming to that too, and then taking a look here at the controls. They do have Xbox and PlayStation and Switch Pro style controls. I don't know if those are actually functioning in game right now, but because I use keyboard and mouse, it's just easier for me. Um, they You can switch between the keybinds here, shift and hero. Right now, you still cannot alter your key bindings, but that might change in the future, which is, I think, really really cool. A little thing, and then if you need to leave the session, you can just leave the session for whatever reason you have to. Okay. Let me go ahead and just drop some more of these imps right here. There you go. Look at them just coming up out of the ground like they're crawling out of the abyss. And then they just take off running. Now they won't actually go anywhere right now unless if I was playing with other people. So now that I have those summoned, I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the original spot that we had here towards the garage, and then I'm gonna let you guys see that these guys over here are they're still here. They won't leave until they interact with one of the heroes. And I think that adds a new layer to the shift gameplay that's going to make it really, really fun. This is going to be extremely fun in terms of a 1v4 scenario, because the shift is one person versus four people, and those four people can make themselves invisible to the shift by crouching or crouch walking, and it becomes very, very hard for the shift at certain points to actually have really good battles with these heroes. And these imps here will kind of alter that as well. So I'm really interested into seeing how these will play out in a good scenario. I'm going to be testing them out tonight on stream. And yeah, so that is super cool. I think that does us for the video today. Please give us a like, subscribe, and comment. And until the next video, I hope you escape the shift.